League Network presents a new era in competition grappling. 10 competitors travel to an undisclosed location to compete in 3 extreme grappling challenges. Wrestlers, judoka, jiu-jitsu practitioners, and martial artists will test themselves in 3 one-on-one competitions. Guerrilla Games, CarJitsu Championship, and Ultimate Tire Wrestling. What styles will emerge victorious? Which grappler will walk away with the gold? Find out who's got the skills during the PLN Grappling Challenge from Pro League Network.
All right, we're going to bring out our next competitors. They are ready to go. We have Kameron Harris from Branson, Missouri. He'll be going against Anthony Merrill from Grove, Oklahoma. Again, our lead official, Nate Pulver. Take your positions.
And we are all set for round 1 of Merrill versus Harris
Hajime!
at Guerrilla Games. Here we go. Couple of arm drag attempts here. Lots of head pressure between these two. Oh, and a point scored by Harris, also known as Black Larry. No idea why. Black Larry with some nice aggression here. Anthony Merrill accidentally steps his hand down on the opposite side of the line, scores on himself. You can cross the line, but no part of your body can touch the mat on the competitor's side. 0 points for Merrill, 2 points for Black Larry. 25 seconds left in round 1. Lots of arm drag attempts here. You can attack the wrist, you can attack the tricep, the bicep, the neck. You can grab an underhook. You just cannot attack the elbow directly. Now 2-2 with 8 seconds remaining in round 1. If we exhaust the time and we're still tied, we'll go into sudden death, and the next point will win the round.
Going into sudden death.
And here we are in sudden death. Oh, and a nice little arm drag by Kameron Harris, and he will win round 1. Fantastic.
So we have a tie, and then you got that point in sudden death, so you won the first round. We're going to start again here in 30 seconds.
We had some good action in round 1, a lot of head pressure, some wrist control, some arm drags. All in all, 3-2 round for Black Larry. And going into round 2, Anthony Merrill needs to win this round if he wants to win the match.
Hajime!
And here we go. A lot of head pressure. Again, you can see these two competitors coming forward. Merrill looks to be just a little bit more aggressive in round 2. Oh, Black Larry with a point there. You cannot touch your fingers on the other side of the line. So Merrill's going to be a little bit more diligent about keeping himself aware of where that line is.
Point.
And Kameron Harris sticks his fingers across the line. It's now 1-1. 30 seconds remaining in round 1.
Point.
Nice point scored by Kameron Harris with the arm drag. And another return point there by Anthony Merrill. It's 2-2, 20 seconds remaining. You can hear the breathing beginning to be more labored. It's very, very grueling, very difficult to maintain this position, especially when you're being attacked. Oh, and there you have it. Anthony Merrill, 3-2, takes the lead with 5 seconds remaining. 4-2 Merrill. It looks like he'll be taking this round.
Final warning. Point.
Time.
And there you have it. Merrill wins round 2, 4-3.
All right, so Anthony won this round. We're going to go into the 3rd round. Whoever wins this one is the winner. Take a break, guys. Catch your breath. You got 30 seconds.
Round 2 was a little bit more eventful, a little bit more aggressive. A lot of arm drag attacks, a lot of head pressure, but in the end, we are 1-1 on the match going into round 3. Anthony Merrill, tired but still in great shape and ready to compete. His opponent, Black Larry, also prepared. In round 3, we will decide a winner. Let's go. Again with the head pressure. The arm drag attempts are starting to look a little bit more like slaps to the wrist. That means these guys are starting to get a little bit more fatigued. And you can see that in their technique. Now that's 3 times now that one of them has touched down on the other side of the mat. Now 4. 2-2 with all points scored on themselves. 30 seconds left in round 3. Black Larry goes down. It's now 3-2 Merrill.
Point.
And 3-3. And you can see wrist control has become slapping the wrist. Very nice. Harris with some great timing here. He's starting to use a little bit of head movement and a little bit of counter wrestling, I guess I would say. We got 10 seconds left, and Harris is ahead on the cards here, 4-3. Merrill's warned by putting his butt too high in the air.
Time!
And it looks like time's expired. Black Larry takes home the Guerrilla Games victory.
The score was 4-3. Your winner, Kameron Harris. Cameron, come over here, brother. All right, man. So I'm just learning. It looks like you guys had a little headbutt going on there. Was that intentional or just you what happened there?
Head pressure. It helps a lot.
Okay, you just got to make sure you're not instigating it, right? So just there's a little pressure. It helps keep your balance?
Yes, it helps with the... It helps... Sorry. It helps with the pace.
Wow, I gotcha.
It helps me dictate where... what I'm going to do, if I'm going to be the power or if I'm going to play defense. Like stay back, and that's what I had to do at the end.
Right on. Yeah, I thought for sure you were going down for a minute there. You kept it, and then you pulled his arm right at the last minute. It was great job, man.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Catch your breath, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Your winner, Kameron Harris.
The next competition in the PLN Grappling Challenge is CarJitsu Championship, a new sport introduced by PLN in 2022, which has gained international acclaim on its way to nearly 100 million viral views. The competitors begin seated with safety belts fastened. When the match starts, they unbuckle and engage, using any part of the vehicle to their advantage. Points may be awarded during the match, but have no bearing on the outcome. It takes a submission to win the round at CarJitsu Championship. If the bout is even after 2 rounds, we go to a 3rd round and possibly sudden death to decide a winner.
All right, we're ready with our next competitors. We have Anthony Merrill, we have Kameron Harris, and we're gonna do a coin toss. So Cameron, I want you to call it in the air.
Tails.
Tails? It is tails, so you get to choose which side you want.
Driver's side.
Driver's side, okay, get in there and check it out real quick. Anthony, this is the first time you're competing here, but your brother just won. So he competed. I know you guys probably grew up in a car. Did you guys ever do, not official CarJitsu, but you ever have any fights in a car?
Yeah, there was a couple times, but I mean, nothing like this.
Right on. Did he have any pointers for you, or did you learn anything from watching him?
Just to utilize the objects in the car that will come to advantage.
Yeah, right on, man. Okay, well, good luck. Go ahead and check out the car. All right.
Thank you.
Come on over here, Cameron. All right, everything look okay in there?
Yep.
Okay, now I know you've actually got some big news too. Is that something you want to share with people?
Yeah, I'm getting married next week, and I'm excited.
Yeah, he's very excited. Yes, congratulations. That explains why you're in such a good. I thought maybe you were just excited to do the CarJitsu.
Oh, I'm very excited to do CarJitsu too.
Okay.
And prove myself.
All right, man. Well, let's get in there and do it.
All right.
All right. Good luck. Here we go. Buckle up. Hajime!
All right, here we go. It's round 1 of Merrill versus Harris in CarJitsu Championship. And it looks like Harris is in trouble here. He's already caught inside the seatbelt. It looks like Merrill may be tied up with the shoulder strap as well. This is a bad situation all around. Holy smokes. Yeah, it looks like Merrill's got his left arm and his neck caught inside his own shoulder strap. And Harris is unable to get out of the front seat because he's completely wrapped around the headrest of his own seat as well. This is a bad situation. The officials taking a really close look. Okay, now Merrill has escaped his own seat belt, but Harris is being cut in half by his. Merrill's just going to go ahead and help that shoulder strap right across the carotid artery of Black Larry. Nice little attack here by Merrill. Larry's in a bad spot. Here's 2 minutes to work here. Now you'll notice Merrill has scored a couple of points here with the officials. These points do not matter at CarJitsu Championship during the match. They are only here for the season's leaderboard. You must win the round by submission at CarJitsu Championship. And it looks like Black Larry has just escaped, and he's taking the back of Merrill, looking for a rear naked choke. But Merrill, completely free from his seatbelt, is a lot more mobile. This is a crazy circumstance here. I'm not quite sure if Kameron Harris is still tied up, but it does look like it. Okay, no, Merrill's got Black Larry's seatbelt in his right hand. Larry's got wrist control, and he's trying to make some distance here. Ooh, accidentally took a shot to the face. Trying to put that left knee in so he can make some distance, but Merrill he's now got the wrist completely wrapped up in the seatbelt. This is a nice situation here for Merrill. Pulling that wrist as far away from the body as he can, taking away all the power. And now he's looking to slide his knee up the cup and take mount. Oh no, he's going to change his mind here. He's pulling Larry back into the seat so he can grab a heel hook. Looks like a heel hook attempt here. There's just not enough room in the back seat to extend. I don't know if this is going to work for him, but Harris is going to pick one up here as well. Harris using his feet like hands. We've seen that from him before in Slap Fight Championship. 27 seconds left in round one. If there is no submission, there will be no round one winner. Okay, Merrill back on top. Merrill's now just backing into Back Larry. That's a bad situation. Larry's looking for the back again. And Merrill must have heard me because now he's looking for mount. Now we're 7 seconds from the end of the match, and it doesn't look like there's going to be a submission, but both competitors absolutely exhausted. All right, now that's the end of round one, and what that means is now we have no break in between rounds 1 and 2, just however long it takes for the competitors to get back in place. Harris was behind the steering wheel in round 1. That means Merrill will now be behind the steering wheel. And that's an advantage, I would think, for Harris, who now needs to figure out a way to decipher the seatbelt dilemma here and get it untangled from the rest of the car. Our lead official, Kyron Bowen, also lead official for several other PLN sports, including Slap Fight Championship and Ultimate Tire Wrestling. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, 4-stripe brown belt, soon to become a black belt. And on the other side of the car, we've got another Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt who seems to not be helping with the seatbelt dilemma at all. So let's just listen in here and see how long it takes 3 grown men to unthread a seatbelt from within the car. Okay, Kyron Bowen cheats, and we're good to go. Here we go. It's going to be round 2. Harris versus Merrill. And we're off. Now, this time both competitors grabbed the seatbelt of the other. And now we've got a little bit of a power struggle here to see who gets on top. It looks like Black Larry. A little bit of momentum here, but both guys very, very conscious of where the other's seatbelt is. This has become a pretty big factor in this match. Anthony Merrill breathing really hard, trying to make some distance, but he's in a bad shot here. Okay, he's going to pull guard in the driver's seat. And he's going to try to use the headrest to pull Larry into the back seat. Interesting position here. Now they're in the passenger seat, and it looks like Anthony Merrill is now on his head and headed into the floorboard if he's not careful. Larry's got some really good positioning here. It's very difficult to see the attack, but I would watch that right arm if I were Kameron Harris. Our officials taking a real good look at the action here. 2-on-1 for Merrill. Harris applying pressure. You can hear the car start to crack. That was the door handle against Anthony Merrill's head. And now it seems as if Larry's going to go ahead and push Merrill outside of the car. Now, at CarJitsu Championship, one of the things that the competitors learn quickly is how fast it becomes hot inside the vehicle. A lot of the matches will extend out of the window just simply because of the cool air, and it's a little bit easier to catch your breath. But right now, Larry looks to be he's fighting for the neck here, and Anthony is now taking himself out the passenger side window. Harris is going to follow him, and in the struggle here, we've actually lost all position, and now Larry is going to have Merrill in his guard. 1 minute left in round 2. A lot of scrambling, kind of uneventful, but these two competitors are absolutely exhausted. 47 seconds remaining.
Watch that front windshield, guys. Working.
Lead official Kyron Bowen. Line official Hunter Edwards taking a big look at the action here, making sure both competitors are safe.
30 seconds.
But unfortunately, if we don't see a submission in the next 24 seconds, we're going to go into a third round, which will take place in the back seat. Oh, lots of grunting and groaning here. Black Larry may be in trouble, and he taps. Holy smokes, Anthony Merrill pulls off the seatbelt choke for the win in round 2. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Merrill. Let's take a look at the replay here. This was a grueling match, a lot of scrambling, a lot of pressure from the top, a lot of pressure from the side. Really not a lot of attacks, just a very defensive match. But here at the end, Anthony Merrill finds that seatbelt in just the right spot. And it looks like an Ezekiel seatbelt choke from the top. Well done, Anthony.
Great job, man. That takes a lot out of you, though, huh?
Yes, sir, it does.
So is it a lot harder in here than it is just normal jiu-jitsu?
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right. How'd you feel that went?
Yeah, I felt it went pretty good. I was thankful to be put outside the car and be able to get some fresh air. It's a whole lot different.
Right, and you guys at one point, you went head first down there. Did anyone smash their head, or were you guys okay?
I didn't smash my head, no.
Okay, right on, man. Well, congratulations. I think your brother's pretty happy that you won with him, so you guys can celebrate together.
Thank you.
We'll look forward to seeing you again. Take care. Anthony Merrill, your winner.
Tonight's final features the newest combat sport by Pro League Network. Many say Ultimate Tire Wrestling is the next big success for PLN due to its non-stop action and unconventional tactics. How do you win? It's simple. One or both competitors must make contact with the tires at all times. When the match begins, grapplers can gain control time by lifting their opponent's feet off of the mat. At the end of each 5-minute round, the player with the most control time wins the round. But at any moment, the match could end if a player is able to deposit 51% of his opponent inside the tire.
All right, I'm here with the next two competitors for the Ultimate Tire Wrestling. We have Kameron Harris, Anthony Merrill. Are you guys ready? All right. Punch it in!
And we're off. Kameron Harris versus Anthony Merrill. This is the final round of the PLN Grappling Challenge. As always, I'm joined for this final round by Mark the Hammer Coleman, UFC Hall of Famer. And Mark, who do you pick here in this Ultimate Tire Wrestling finale here?
Well, I've worked with Black Larry a couple of times, so I will go with him. Young and explosive. He's got him in the air.
Oh,
right
he's
there.
got him up.
Almost got a dunk early on.
Goes over the tire, on top of the tire after him, rather. And now they're both back on the ground. And of course, Mark, they're both looking to gain valuable control time. And how do you gain control time, Mark Coleman?
Control times get the guy off the ground, and with control, and the clock starts. The guy with the most control time advantage at the end of the fight wins the round.
Yeah, very simple. Get your opponent's feet off the mat. The clock starts. When your opponent's able to get his feet back to the mat, the clock stops. At the end of the round, there are 3 time keeps. Oh, he's almost inside. There's almost a dunk there. But again, Anthony Merrill bridges and gets to the outer edges of the tire. And of course, as I was saying, there are 3 timekeepers, no judges. At the end of each round, the timekeepers will determine which of the 2 competitors had the most control time, and that will be the winner of the round. But at any time, you can win the round by knockout just by dunking 51% of your opponent inside the hole.
A lot of back and forth action. Good fight going here, but Black Larry getting lots of control time here. I got him way ahead on the clock timer at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. He's looking really dominant here. First round of the Grappling Challenge, Black Larry defeated Anthony Merrill in the Guerrilla Games segment of the show. And then immediately following, Anthony defeated Kameron in the CarJitsu Championship leg of the challenge. And of course, with them being 1-1, the winner of this Ultimate Tire Wrestling match will be the winner of the PLN Grappling Challenge. And you can listen in here and you can hear them breathing very heavily. This is a battle of attrition. It's a very, very grueling sport, Ultimate Tire Wrestling.
2 5-minute rounds. Going to be hard. Going to be difficult. Larry told me he's ready to go 10. We'll see. The guy that usually get tired, a lot of times will give up.
Yeah, you see that a lot of times, Mark. Sometimes you'll see a guy just becomes exhausted. He opens up himself to be susceptible to end the match. I don't see that with either one of these competitors, though. I watched both of their earlier competitions, as I know you did, and both of these guys are definitely warriors. But this is a new sport, and we're going to find out which one of these 2 guys has the ability to manipulate the rules in his favor.
Both guys have good cardio, but if you turn it up a notch, no matter what, you're going to be exhausted at the end of the round. That's the way it should be. If you're not exhausted, you didn't do enough. There's a big stuff.
Larry's almost in the tire.
Like
That's as close as it gets.
Very close.
Wow, Anthony Merrill almost ending the match with a dunk out of nowhere, but still gaining some valuable control time, and he needs it. Oh, and Larry's back to the mats here.
What would you say, about 49% was in there, JT?
It was pretty close.
That was close. Big move.
A lot of excitement with Ultimate Tire Wrestling, but also these are 2 exciting competitors. Oh, okay, Anthony Merrill is in the air. The control time clock has started, and Kameron Harris is just looking to milk as many seconds out of that clock as possible. He's going to fold in the arm here. Nice and easy.
The winner of this round is going to have extreme confidence going into round 2, so this is critical. Anthony has to do something to get his feet back on the ground and get him up in the air. Let's go. Turn it up. Who wants this more?
Merrill's grapevining the legs here, trying to maintain position, but at this point, he is just absolutely exhausted.
Exhaustion is setting in.
Cameron's got the overhook on the tire, and now he's up in the air. Wow. Both of these guys have fantastic cardio today. They've put in a lot of big work, and even though they're exhausted, they're still coming forward. They're still competing.
Nice little level change there to a high crotch. And lifts him up.
And he almost goes in again. Another dunk attempt.
You are not allowed to hit your knee on the mat there, or you're not allowed to stay on the ground?
Just for a split second,
Split second.
Kameron Harris puts his hands down on the mat to stop the clock. Oh, and quickly to the back. Wow.
As Anthony took a little break there.
Anthony's trying to catch his breath here. Oh, and he's up in the air. Kameron Harris just going to kind of tuck him in the hole, and that's going to be the end of round 1. Fantastic round, and I'm going to have to say I would expect that that's going to be a round for Black Larry.
We get 1 minute, right?
Now the competitors have a 60-second break, and then we'll go into the second 5-minute round. During that round, Anthony Merrill will need to win the round or get the dunk. If he does not, that will be the end.
Good job.
Okay, it was just announced here that the winner of the first round is Black Larry. Mark, take us through the replay here.
Both guys back and forth. Level change, not bad for the inexperienced guys. Both guys attempting big slam dunks on suplexes, but Both guys refused to go down in that hole, and Larry just, I think he wanted it more that round.
All right, we're back for round 2. Kameron Harris is up by 1. Anthony Merrill exhausted but seemingly recovered, and we are off. These guys are going to go head-to-head here. And you can listen to the breathing, the labored breathing. These guys are absolutely exhausted.
Early in the round, already breathing hard. But like I said, this sport here, you're going to get tired, no matter how good a shape you're in.
Yes, definitely a grind. Back when we were testing this sport, there was no time limit, and you had to win by dunk. And some of the matches before we instigated the control time aspect of the game, some of the matches would go 20, 30, 35 minutes. It was absolutely exhausting. And I like the sense of urgency that was created when we added the control time aspect. And it's completely transformed the sport into something that's now viable, and we think it's got legs.
Yes, definitely. I like the rule change there. Definitely added much more excitement to the sport. Good call.
Kameron Harris in a position of control here and then loses it. Really trying to get to the back here. Anthony Merrill, it's all he can do to get the overhook there. But still effective. Good.
Does anybody have any control?
Oh, and another little acrobatic move there by Black Larry. What a fantastic matchup this is. I love watching this. I'd love to see more from these two. And regardless of the win, I'm sure we're going to see both of these guys back at PLN and back on the mats. Kameron to the back again.
He needs to step in, pop the hips in, and get him up in the air. Maybe a big back suplex here. Try for a dunk.
Officials warning the competitors to get back to the tire. One of the fans on Instagram said that Black Larry looks like Brown Sugar Sean O'Malley. Oh, and Anthony Merrill is back up in the air. He's in missionary, and his butt is going in the hole. Oh, he's struggling to get out. Almost back to the mat. As soon as his toe touches, the control time clock will stop, and he's back on top of the tire again. Kameron Harris with some fantastic work in round 2.
Riding him tight on top is like he should do. Anthony needs to show a sense of urgency. Get off that tire. There's no way you can hold me down, JT. You couldn't get me up there.
Well, I don't know if you're talking about ubiquitous you or if you're talking about me specifically, but I definitely would have you on top of the tire. Kameron Harris trying to get to the back again quickly. Taking his time here like Mark Coleman, slowly taking the entire round to make one move.
3 minutes.
He's got to turn and face him. He's bending over, reaching out, looking at the ground. That is not the way to get out. Anthony needs to bring his hips back, lower his level, get hand control, and turn and face him. I mean, let's go. Urgency here. You're losing.
Anthony still coming forward, just not necessarily as energetic as he was. Bending in half like that is going to be difficult. It's going to be hard to recover. He wants the leg. He wants the lift. He's in that front headlock again. Kameron Harris cannot apply the front headlock. He's got to just be lazy with the grip there. At Ultimate Tire Wrestling, you have to have an arm in.
He's folding him right here.
Okay, here we go. Merrill showing us just a little bit of promise here in round 2.
Yep. No quitting either one of these two guys. Let's go.
Lots of good hand fighting here. We've seen a lot out of both competitors. We've seen some good wrestling during the Guerrilla Games, some fantastic jiu-jitsu, but Ultimate Tire Wrestling is by far the most exhausting of the 3. And these guys are going to battle right now.
I think Black Larry knows he's in the lead, but to be a fan favorite, he's got to go for the dunk. Let's go. Black Larry, get him up, and he hasn't had a lot of offense lately. Here we go. He's stepping in here.
Okay, it's almost like you heard him jamming his own forehead into the side of the tire. Anthony Merrill picks him up. Oh, he's going for the dunk.
Dangerous.
Good strategy by Merrill. He went real heavy on the top of the tire, but again, Kameron Harris slips over the side and touches the mat with his hands to stop the control time clock. And we're back to the drawing board here. Almost the end of the second round. I would say we have as close to a clear winner as we could have here. And that's the end of round 2. Fantastic match, Mark Coleman. Who do you have winning this one?
This is a good fight. I think Black Larry definitely won both rounds with control time, so he's the winner.
Yeah, if that's the case, we've got us a winner. Let's listen in here
Good job, you
to
guys.
our host,
The
Dallin
winner of
Getling.
this round
That was a good
was
fight.
also Kameron Harris. So your winner, Kameron Harris. Woo! Hey, congratulations, man. That was a tough fight. You guys are going back and forth. Man, you were like a cat trying to land on 4 legs. You did not want to be on there. You were doing backflips and cartwheels, and what was going on with that?
Can't get beat by the whole family. That's all I kept telling myself, man. Can't get beat by the whole family.
Right on. So his brother won earlier too, one of your buddies. Is that what you're saying?
Huh?
His brother won earlier. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and I'm talking about his brother.
His brother beat you in slap fight.
Yeah, he beat me in
Gotcha.
slap fight, but I just can't lose to the whole family.
Gotcha. Well, go ahead.
This one is for my brother, LaShawn Harris. If you're watching this, I love you. Keep doing you.
Right on, man. Right on. Bring your opponent over here. So we did have, again, some competitions that were going on. You won the Guerrilla Games, correct?
Yes, sir.
You won the CarJitsu. So it was, again, a tiebreaker here. You won the tire wrestling, so you are the winner of the PLN Grappling Challenge. Here you go.
Let's go.
If I get over that afro.
Let's go.
You're winning. Kameron Harris. Whew.